Your ex wants to meet up with you, but I feel they're terrified, okay? They want to speak to you, they want to see you, you know, that kind of energy, but I feel they are terrified to reach out to you. I'm not sure why today, so I'm going to get these cards out and we're going to get straight into it. But they definitely want to see you, okay? But they're terrified, and possibly there's something else that's kind of holding them up. But we're going to get into this straight away. Let's do it. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your likes, comments. I do read all my comments. Thanks for your support. It's really kind of you. If you would like a reading, click on the title of the video. Links are below in the description box. If you click on that, you'll go to the website. All the readings I do are on there. And also for a limited time only, I've got a $1 special reading. Go and check that out as well. Okay, and I hope you're well. I hope you're well, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Let's see. You know, it was the word terrified. I think they're terrified because, are you going to reject them? What have they done? All right then, come on Keels. Come on Keels, get to it. Let's have a look. Whoa, first card out, yeah. They want a heart-to-heart conversation with you. They want to honestly discuss their feelings with you. They want to be honest, all right? And I'm hearing that by being honest, you will finally get to have your say. So I see you in a conversation, meeting up. This isn't messaging. Eventually there will be a face-to-face conversation with this person. And you finally get to have your say, because I'm hearing that you were shut down, okay? You didn't get to finish your sentences. You didn't get to, I don't mean have your say like you wanted to win. I feel that you weren't even allowed to put your point across, all right? Now, they're terrified because you have a lot to say. But they desperately want to meet up with you. But the flip side of that is you've got a lot to say. There will be one hell of a heart-to-heart conversation. But I'm not sure to start with it'll be too much heart and more honesty. I think, I'm just hearing you might even just read them the riot act. But you know you're well within your rights. You have a right of reply, and this is the thing. If you've been in a relationship where someone's put you down, or every time you say something, it doesn't matter what you do, what you say, how you dress it up, it's always your fault. Okay, there are people like that, and they are exhausting. They completely mess your mental health up. You feel like you're absolutely going pot doolally, as we say in the UK. So you have a right. Okay, you have a right. Now, they know they're going to have to sit and hear this. Okay? They know that there's going to be a few home truths from you. And I think what also terrifies them is, what I'm hearing, is that when you've got it off your mind, off your chest, as we say here, get it off your chest, that you might not even want to see them again. Okay, what on earth did they do? What were they up to? I'm going to get my tarot deck out in a minute. I'm going to have a look at the past. Okay, I'm going to see how you see the past and how they see it. And I have a feeling they're going to be two completely different versions. Okay, yeah, I do. What's this? Yeah, I think you have had to get a lot of help off people since this separation. You've struggled. You've struggled. You've probably had days where you could hardly get out of bed, or how are you going to do this, or how are you going to pay for that, or something was going on. Okay, and I just feel that's a lasting memory with you, that you don't ever want to be in that position again. Right. They're still very attracted to you. Okay, they're still very attracted. But I think you feel they didn't make enough effort. Possibly they made effort when other people were around, but not so much when you were together. They could have actually been quite controlling, but not in an obviously toxic way of controlling, but there was, underneath it all, it was control. So, oh, maybe you shouldn't go out with your friends because you might get tired, or maybe you shouldn't go and stay with your, I don't know, great aunt or something because, oh, it's a long way and I'm only thinking of you. I've got that energy as well. Okay, let me know in the comments. There's something as well that Kate was dressed up as that, but underneath it was more a control thing. Okay, right, I'm going to look now how you saw the past and how they see it. Okay, and then we will have a look at their environment. Yeah, I think for you, we've got an energy of you saw the past as, okay, in the past, there was something that they were very childish about, or there was something from their past before they met you. It could have even been past relationships or family, okay, but there was something before they met you that hadn't been resolved, okay, and this did become a problem. I also see in the past that you were in the Nine of Swords. I've got the Nine of Swords here, okay. You were just sleepless nights, nervous, walking on eggshells. And I'm finding that is linked into that element of control, that they didn't, it's not like some people, you're not going out, don't you dare, you know, that kind of energy. It's more dressed up as concern for you, but behind it all, they wanted their own way. And you know what I think was happening with you as well, is your body intuitively knew it. So sometimes you can deal with a situation wherever you are, but if that person's around you or you know what's going to be said, your body starts to tense, okay? Or you might just start getting random aches and pains. But in the past, you saw the relationship as complete anxiety, absolute anxious, you know. And also this nine of Swords as well, it's just, there was past influences, past people, past family issues, past something had a massive impact on your relationship here, okay? And I feel as much there was some, I'm hearing the devil, I can see the devil card. There was some toxic attachment that really messed your relationship up, okay? I feel that's what was really going on, because that's your energy. I feel that's what was really going on. Now you're, let's see what your ex thinks. Oh, gosh. In the past, they were very self-absorbed, weren't they? Very self-absorbed. I think in the past that they thought that everything they did was right. Okay, I'm trying to word what I'm hearing. They thought everything they did was right, that the choices they made were correct, absolutely the best choices anybody could make. And that links into you and how you see the past, okay? So there was a complete chasm here of them not actually really addressing anything and just thinking all the choices they made were absolutely perfect. I will say though, with this card, that in the past with your person, I think you always felt that they were looking at other options. Now that might not mean love, can do, but they were always, I don't know, like you never quite knew where you were with that person. Even if, you know, on the surface, because I was getting with those cards earlier, there was a lot of surface level concern for you. But somewhere in here, I feel they made you anxious and edgy. Okay, and you never quite knew what this person was up to. Like they had an agenda. And it could even be that you knew if you did certain things, possibly, or went to certain places, or even wore certain things, that there would be problems. Okay, that you were always trying to micromanage, and I'm hearing that in the end, as much as you loved them, you felt suffocated. There was an element of suffocation, and you weren't allowed to have your say, and you couldn't express yourself, and it didn't matter, you know, you could have been waving 15 white flags, you know, it's like surrender flags. They got their version of everything, okay? I'm not saying it was massively toxic. I don't know, to be honest. Let me know in the comments. I'm not getting someone who was out and out vile. But sometimes that's easier because you can actually see what they're doing, can't you? But this person just almost like went in for the underbelly. Very passively. Passive. Now, they miss you. They still love you. They want to meet you. But they're terrified because you've got a lot to say, if you turn up at all. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on. I'm going to have a quick shufty at their energy, then I'm going to see the best possible outcome. You know, it's a strange one. It is a strange one. What's their energy? Oh yeah, there you go. They're overwhelmed, shut down. This is interesting, toxic but familiar. I feel this is them. There's something going right back. We said the past that affected them, okay? So although their behaviour wasn't appropriate, whether they just emotionally shut down with you or emotionally avoidant with you, and this element of trying to keep you in a box and play happy families. I don't know, it's a really weird one today. But this was all to do with a pattern, attachment, and what felt comfortable to them. It's almost like they couldn't help themselves. But you're going to read them the riot act. That's why they're terrified. And also I think they're terrified because, do you want this again? You know, we you know, people talk about you can bring anybody back into your life, and you know, thoughts create your reality. But I'm always a big believer, it's just my truth and my feelings, maybe because I'm a lot older, that, you know, sometimes is it worth the energy? It all depends. It all depends on you, okay? Right, King of Cups has just flown out. Yeah, they're going to come back in. Right, I've got the Devil here. I've just taken those through. I've got the Devil here though. Bear that in mind. Okay. There is a very bond between you. Yeah, King of Cups, they're still in love with you. Could be a water sign. Crossed by judgment. Judgment in this case means they're looking for some form of reconciliation. But judgment isn't an outcome. It's more like you've got to a crossroads. Things from the past. Can we move on? But I've got the Eight of Wands as well, and I've got the Ace of Wands. So they're still burning a flame for you. They are going to try and make some form of contact if they can with the Eight of Wands. Can be messages, can be travel, and they want to know, will you speak to them? But also that Judgment card, they know it's judgment time, all right? They blamed you. I'm going to wrap that up now. They blamed you for too long, put you down, left you in a heap on the floor, okay, as we say. And you're stronger. I'm very proud of you. And you've realised the pattern. So they're going to have to sit and listen this time. Okay, so well done you. But yeah, there is a very strong possibility with those cards. King of Cups, it's their energy. Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that they will come back in. Okay, the very, very reconciliation cards, those, and altogether there's probably a 90% chance that, you know, this person's going to land in your inbox. So take care. I love you anyway, and keep going. Well done. Just keep speaking your truth. People don't like it, then let them go away. Okay, you know, people manipulate people, don't they? So you've done very well, and yeah, just keep going. All right, I love you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.